Hello and welcome to another modelling video. Today we're going to be looking at how to ink a model using sludge wash and the 1:550 scale Apsalus from the 8th MS team. This is a little bonus kit that comes with the GM sniper. It's just several pieces, snaps together without glue, very little work, and I've painted this with leftover can paint. It's a project anybody can tackle, but having a look at the initial paint job I did, it does look kind of plain and needs a definition. I normally use Citadel black wash on most of my kits, though it would be too strong. These are the supplies I'm using. I'll be using a ink pad black for the Canon, and the grey and the brown will be used for extra definition on the white, and the tan colour. Using black and white and tan is way too strong, so I'm using these stronger colours mixed with enamel. First I'm going to try the stamp ink. It has a very handy applicator and I'm able to put it in that metallic dish. More or less just apply the ink to the surface where you'd like detail to be raised. Cover the entire piece in the thick black wash and wipe away later using a tissue or towel. I find the ink to be a little too thick and required to dry brush the yellow on top of this piece, so I recommend the Citadel ink over stamp ink, unless stamp ink is cheaper or you don't want to spend too much money. Wiping the ink on top of the detail will remove the ink on top, and you'll still have ink left over in the crack, so it creates a detailed effect, as you'll see on the finished product. You're also free to dry brush the colour of the piece on top of the ink if the ink is too strong. Also, don't forget to put a top coat on after inking so the ink can be retained and not rub or fade off. Now I'm going to do a sludge wash using enamel paint and enamel thinner. This is the Revel brand of paint and it's of a fairly good quality. I use a very small amount of paint in the dish and I'm going to thin it around 7 part thinner to 1 part paint. This is going to continually break down the paint until it's so weak it can't cover a surface evenly and it retreats back to the lowest surface into cracks and seams and whatnot. This gives a fantastic effect of definition in a kit. So once you're mixing it in the dish, it should give a milky, watery look like so. Applying it to the model, you can use a brush or a cotton bud and something with wide bristles, and you just rub it across the entire surface area of the model. And after a few minutes when it has a chance to settle, just take back the excess on the surface with a rag. This colour, which is tan, doesn't need a lot of definition, so it's not going to be very noticeable, but there will be a subtle difference. When I do it to the white, it's going to be a lot stronger and it's going to have a stronger presence due to the extra panel lines and the lighter colour being white. Same applies with the grey. A little bit in the tin, thin it around 7 part thinner to 1 part paint, and paint it on. It is as easy as that. It even works on acrylic, which is what the white is. Will not fade or damage the paint, which my initial fears were in the past. This is a clearer demonstration of painting it on, since I didn't film it too well while doing the tan. It's just too simple. I also found this sludge wash technique, which mostly used by military modelers, is actually a lot easier to handle and control than the Citadel ink. And with the wide range of colours out of enamels, it's a much better option and cheaper option. When wiping the excess ink off with a tissue or towel or toilet paper, just very lightly brisk it across the surface and allow it to absorb. Don't actually apply any force whatsoever because you'll absorb all the ink off. Just lightly sweep it across and you've got something like so. Not too bad, is it? This is the finished product after inking. The Apsalus III from the 8th MS team. My only major complaint with this kit is, according to the images from the animation and Mecha HQ, it's not in proportion. But nonetheless, it's an excellent addition to my mobile armor collection. The next video we're going to be covering the second topic of weathering and definition of a model, which will be dry brushing and applying pastels to a surface, which gives you a highlight effect over what you've just done with the low light effect of the ink. Thank you for watching, and until next time.